Coming up on this week's Diz Pod, we preview the 2023 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. That and more coming up on this week's Diz Pod. Hello and welcome, everyone. We are here, and it is Thursday night. It's the staple night now for the Diz podcast. And if you're listening on the app or the YouTube Music app, or if you're watching on the rewatch, welcome for that too. We're accessible for that anytime you want. This is, I believe, and I should know this, I'm going to bring him in for the question. Are we in... There he is. Are we in episode 7 today? Is it episode 7 already?
7. I believe this is 7, if I counted correctly.
Episode 7 already. Yeah. So it's another week in the books, which means we get to talk about what happened in the parks this week on the channel. Something I like to do, review some things. It gives you a little bit of insight of what we thought and how things went. Revisit a good time. Not so many bad times, but there's a little bit of a bad time to talk about this time. And so, yeah, an incident happened last night, and we'll talk about that in the segment for this week in the parks. It's something that quickly reflected on after that and tried to strategize. How do we learn from this one, even though nothing bad happened? The main focus of tonight is the Food and Wine Festival. All the YouTubers, all the vloggers, they're all there today. Who knows how, who had to take the day off to go cover this, whatever they had to do. Well, I mean, I could have taken it off, but not one of the days I want to spend doing that when you've got to watch how you spend your time, right? So we chose to stand down. We're going to go with the entire family to actually live stream for the Food and Wine Festival this Saturday. So
that's a good choice.
Yes. So watch that. We're going to eat some of our favorites, and we're also going to try some new things because that's what we do. So we're going to go through an entire presentation here, and we will talk about the top booths that I find interesting, and we'll go through those. And I plan on trying everything we show here, and there are some new things in there. There are things that are delayed that are due to come later. And we can talk about that too, and how Disney does that, and what we think about that. So welcome, chat. So glad you're here. We'd love more and more people to watch this live. Just quickly say hello to Andy and Spencer and Steve and Allison and Patricia, Kungaloosh to Spencer and Fredrickson, Teresa, Debbie. Thank you all for being here. Michelle, let's see, Ticker Fan, as I flip through Theo Sam Eagle. And hey, we don't mean to talk about food all the time, but food just becomes quite the subject on this channel. But people want to see it. People want to hear you talk about it. They want to hear the reviews. Right.
Yeah, especially when it's new, or you don't get to, it's not like you're reviewing a burger over at, Tomorrowland at the Starlight Cafe. This is different. So I think it's good to cover it.
It's like the Mickey bars, right? They're so great, but as far as the Mickey bars go, I have to try everything that's new.
Right.
So it deters me from the Mickey bar. I forget how good the Mickey bar is until I have one. So I kind of reserve those for the special events. Moonlight Magic. Coincidentally, they're always free. Moonlight Magic.
Do they taste better when they're free?
What's that?
Do they taste better when they're free?
Oh, everything tastes better when it's free. Everything. Even oxtail. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of something that maybe I wouldn't like. Everything's better when it's free. Spencer says crepes in France are rumored to be the best. You're trolling me, Spencer. You're trolling me, because those crepes can't even touch the ones in Universal. Hands down. I challenge anyone to prove to me that they're better in France. But Neil and I funnily we differ. I add that word to the Diz dictionary, by the way, funnily. That's a new word. But Neil tends to disagree with me enough on food that, yeah, he would he would love. What was I just saying? That was I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, which food did I mention just now?
Well, you mentioned oxtail.
Oh, the oxtail. Yeah, he would love the oxtail. I totally missed what I was about to say, the point I was going to make. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I can't get by the name oxtail. I just don't know. Maybe that's really stepping into a new boundary and crossing the boundary for myself. And maybe I'll just have to try oxtail.
So I'll tell you, we had it during, I don't know, it might have been Festival of the Arts. And Catherine went to get it, and I went to get something else like shrimp or something like that. And I was like, I'll try yours. And I tried it and loved it. Loved it. And I do not eat oxtail.
Okay.
But it was very good, very tender, beef taste. So very
beef
good.
taste. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what it would compare to. Everyone is loving the shirts. So if you are listening on the YouTube Music app, definitely flip the switch when it seems like you should see something if you can. I know there are people that listen that mow the lawn and do some other things, but so this is a video podcast, but is equally great on audio only. But every week we are wearing different Hawaiian Disney shirts. There's going to be a point where we run out a little bit. So there'll be some recycling here and there. But I think the wardrobe girl is on the latest order, maybe.
It sounded that way. So yeah, you might have something on the work.
We don't want to overwork her, though. We don't want to overwork her either. And
she's got dresses for a 4-year-old to make. So, she fits in where she can.
And we never ask for anything specifically on this channel. But if anybody wants to get in the spirit, and we have a P.O. box down below, and you want to send some Hawaiian shirts our way, we'll be happy to wear them and present them and represent them. We never ask for anything, but just for fun. And hey, we'll feature your name, and maybe in exchange we will send you a shirt out of the merch store.
Hey,
how about that? We just created a promo just like that.
I like it.
I like it too. So we should probably get down and dirty with the Food and Wine Festival now. We'll get right to that, and then we have other fun things to cover. And so let's do this. We're going to throw up a little slide presentation, and we're going to talk about these foods. So let's go. So right here, we've got the Alps. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, they have got this new thing, the dark chocolate fondue with berries, pound cake, and meringue.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I had to pause there because I was calling it merengue in the park.
Oh, yeah.
It is a plant-based item. So, listen, when I go by the Alps, I smell nothing but bad cheese all the time. That you've heard me on stream, possibly. Like I walk by and go, "Ooh, that's some bad cheese right there." Ooh,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of that booth, but for this, we're gonna plug our nose and we're gonna go over and get some dark chocolate fondue with berries.
So has the smell just deterred you from going over at all?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now you got something new to try.
Exactly. When we move over to the Australia booth, we've got roasted lamb chop with mint pesto and potato crunchies, and the Lamington lemon yellow cake, not lemon, yellow cake with raspberry filling with chocolate and coconut. The photos are up there. What's your thoughts?
Looks good. I like the cake. I don't like coconut really, but for that, I would definitely try it.
I feel badly for people that don't like coconut. Tammy doesn't like coconut either. But the lamb is really good around Epcot, so that's probably going to be really good. I'm sure we could do without the chips, but we're going to try it. What the heck? We're going to try it. We love chips. We love lamb. It's going to be good. And that chocolate cake again, or the chocolate frosting, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
We've got the Belgium booth, which they always serve unbelievable stuff. Now, I have highlighted there the beer braised beef served with smoked Gouda mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally what we're going after. Now, we've had this before. You can see it. It looks a little soupy, but it's very tasty, and the potatoes are very good. The Gouda probably helps that. Like I've mentioned before, and I swear on my life that my wife makes the best potatoes ever on the planet. learned by my mom. I always have to throw mom in there. And then you have the Belgian waffles, you know, with the warm ganache, and then there's one with berry compote and whipped cream. I tend to just not get those because it's something you can have at home. I try to avoid most things that you can have at home. You know, like Neil loves the Hi-Ho Sundae, and it's awesome, but you can grab some chocolate and whipped cream and cherries at home. But if it excites him, I'm happy for him in Magic Kingdom. The brew wing has been something. Let me tell you, this food is off the chain. If no one's ever had the peanut butter and jelly sticky wings and you balk at the idea of that on chicken, forget about it. That'll be one of the best things to ever cross your lips. If you like peanut butter and jelly and chicken, it's a marriage made in heaven. Check it out. Unbelievable. We'll be going back to that again. The garlic Parmesan wings, I mean, these are pricey. The garlic Parmesan wings are very good, but it's probably not something I would spend $7 or $8 on again, because we've done that. Crispy Brussels sprouts, though, with buffalo sauce, I may have had that. And if I did, it was surprisingly good. I think Neil might have pushed me towards that. And if you don't like Brussels sprouts, that might be worth trying. It was tasty enough. We have a super chat. Blast the chat, everybody in the chat, for Spencer and fam for that $1.99 super chat that says, for your first appetizer. Nice.
Spencer.
Thank you, Spencer Kungaloosh. So the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, I don't have a booth here listed, but it's Bubbles and Brine. And it's a new booth that's joining Epcot this year. It's one of the 4 new booths added to commemorate Disney 100 celebration. So I just put that in there. We don't know what the foods are going to be yet, but we'll be excited to find out. I mean, Bubbles and Brine, I mean, is that wine? And what's the slang for brine? Like, what does that mean?
I would assume, I mean, I think brine, I think turkey, but I don't know.
Okay, maybe chat can add something to that. Thank you for all those wonderful emojis. And Jill says, yeah, 4 new booths. The Canada booth. Oh, Canada. Canada, man. Canada is got to be, I mean, I want to say, you know, just solid and steady year after year. But can you say that if you're doing the same thing year after year?
So nothing new there.
Yeah, there's nothing new there, but keep it coming. Like, don't ever change it. Jill's head will explode right off her little neck. Canadian cheddar and bacon soup with the pretzel roll and the filet mignon. The filet mignon, listen, going to Le Cellier is a fun, beautiful, great experience. Not discouraging anybody. Go do it. But if you're looking for some of the best steak from there and you can't spend the money in Le Cellier, just go to the booth. The steak there is better than inside.
Good to know.
Yes. Char and Chop. That is a new booth coming as well. So I wanted to point that one out. There's no food there yet. So we don't know what the menu will be for that, but we are looking forward to that one. Kathy is in chat and she says the bubbles must be champagne.
Yeah, I go with that. And the shrimp, she said brine is for shrimp.
Brine is for shrimp. Okay, salt water. Okay, could be quite interesting there for that particular one. So we're moving right along.
The char and chop is probably coming after September 22nd, I think it is, when we start celebrating the 100. So
okay. Thank you for that point. Blast the chat for Steve Bullock for that $2 super chat that says, I'll take care of the second appetizer.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you so much, Steve. That means the world to us, my friend. Coastal Eats booth. Lump crab cake with aioli and vinegar slaw and oysters Rockefeller. Now, I believe that Neil's son Lucas tried this while I was live a few months ago. Really, it feels like it was a few months ago. And he liked it. I think he said they were above average. So we'll have to try them. I listed
Which one, the oysters?
The oysters, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the crab cake, we'll just try it. I haven't tried that, so wanted to point that one out there. We've got the Flavors of America. This is a booth that's pretty consistent in things that I like. This one here, it says that the cuisines from both coasts, including New England and Southwest, will be featured on this menu. You've got the Italian hot beef sandwich with shaved beef, spicy gardiniere. I can't even say that word. Gardiniere.
You're closer than I would have been, so I'll go with that.
Yeah. And au jaw, I don't know, on a French roll. So then you've got, this is America. Why are we having trouble pronouncing things? I'm going to say chiponi. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know, but
We'll ask somebody when we get there.
Yeah, and they have that beautiful, can I say, carrot cake where they just pour the white frosting sauce all over it, and that's a 5 out of 5 Mickeys without even thinking of it. One booth that I never visit is the French booth. It's usually too busy. I'm kind of unsure of what we're looking at. But they have a beignet there. They have a warm beignet filled with 3 cheese blend, escargot croissant with garlic and parsley. They have beef bourguignon, pomme dauphine. It's braised short rib and cabernet with puffed potatoes. I am going to France this time.
The France booth is always busy. I'm trying to think if I go there for food. I don't think I've had food from there, but we normally get a drink from there. They'll normally have like I can't remember if it was like a chocolate martini or something like that. They always have some very good drinks there. Excuse me. So yeah, the France booth is always packed. Like it wraps around the space behind it.
Well, you know, I never put 2 and 2 together. I guess now I have to realize it's busy for a reason. So I need to get over there to the French booth, and we will do that. Just jumping back to the flavors of America because the slide went by so quick on us. Once again, they have the hot beef sandwich with shaved beef with spicy gardenier or something like that. The seafood stew with saffron-infused tomato fennel broth and sourdough crostini. That is new also. And they have a corn tortilla chip tossed in salsa verde in ranchero chicken, queso fresco, cilantro crema, and a poached egg. I'm in on all of that stuff. I'll be showing up and saying, give me all your finest.
I'll take one of each.
I'll take one of each, please. And I will. And of course, once again, you can top it all off with a freshly baked carrot cake with ice cream cheese. So you know what this says to me? That to me sounds like a Tuesdays or a Wednesdays booth to visit. I pop in, I get the 3 main meal things and the dessert. We should be good to go.
Yeah.
From there, it's Epcot forever. So yeah, that is the first part of what we're looking at. So let's hit up the second part now. And the second part, now I have 2 slides. So there's more food in France.
Oh.
Or did I lie? Nope, that's the same one. So we'll let that one run its course and then we'll continue on. But so there's still some foods that are, so listen, people debate about things, you know, items from Food and Wine where there's too much that returns that's the same. That's a repeat for a lot of booths. What does chat think about the repeat items where there's way more repeat than new? I look at it from 2 sides. Like, I'm a pass holder. I go all the time. So from a pass holder's point of view, you know, you'd like to see a variety. For anybody that comes once a year, once every couple of years, less frequent to this type of festival, you're going to you're not going to mind. You know, it's not going to matter to you. So I think there's 2 sides. We can hold that thought till the end, but think about that one. The fry basket. This is one that can come back every year, and it will make Jill very happy. Brand new, though, is pickle fries with dill ranch. Can't wait to try those. And, of course, the family favorites, our family favorites, the adobo yuca fries with garlic cilantro, plant-based, that has aioli in it as well. And the fry flight will consist of the sea salt and malt vinegar fries, plant-based.
I remember that booth because that was the first time that we met in person. We had just eaten.
Oh, wow, really?
Yep.
Oh, if somebody would ask me where's the first place we met, I would not have realized that. Wow. And of course, they had the sweet potato fries. So if you love fries, go check out that booth. India booth. This is something I have not been to, so this is out of my comfort zone a little bit. We've got curry spiced crispy cheese with mango curry ketchup. We have potato and peas samosa with coriander, lime cream, plant-based, and chicken tikka masala with fennel spiced yogurt and naan bread. I don't know. Reading that doesn't do a whole lot for me, but I'm trying to branch out. So this is one of my reaches this year for the India booth.
Yeah, I don't think that would be me either, but some of that does look very good though.
Yeah. Yes, Kathy. Let me see. She says that the sweet potato casserole fries sound yummy. Let's see. And oh, okay. Looks like we just kind of repeated that slide. So yeah, so quickly, I just think the solution to that is this. I think it would be good if, come on, you have a booth with certain foods. Can't we make it like 6 foods? Like we're looking at the India booth right now. Can't we just do like this menu for half the festival and then the next menu for the other half? It's kind of like tough
isn't
potatoes.
There a festival where they do that?
There's
somebody flips it up.
I don't know, but I know for here for Disney, you know, losing my train of thought. I just think it would be better if they switched it up. If you're coming on vacation and you happen to miss it, tough potatoes. We got to mix this stuff up. It's too long of a festival to just keep the same thing.
To be the same thing, yeah.
So the Ireland booth, fisherman's seafood pie, the roasted Irish sausage with Colcannon potatoes, onion, and gravy, and the warm chocolate pudding cake with Irish cream liqueur custard. I ate all of these things, I believe. And the fisherman seafood pie is to die for. And the sausage, I believe, was really good too. So we'll go back to the Irish booth, and y'all can write that one down too if you value my opinion. Patricia loves the tiki masala. Very nice, very nice. Allison agrees with me with the Irish booth. Moving on to Mexico booth, you've got the tostada de carnitas, braised pork on a fried corn tortilla with black beans, avocado mousse, queso fresco, and chives. That's brand new. Taco de costilla, slow braised beef short rib on a corn tortilla with salsa de chili morita, avocado mousse, and spring onions. That is new. And then you have pastel impossible, which is layers of traditional Mexican flan, and trelex with guava and cajita. Those are all new. I have to say, hats off to Mexico. Sombreros off to Mexico, because I think that they bring new items to the menu every year.
Good to know.
It just seems that way. And we'll be back to try those because it's Mexican food. I just love Mexican food. So I haven't met Mexican food I didn't like. Shimmering Sips booth always brings some really great sweets and treats. And a lot of times this is where you can, if you have a book to be filled out, punch, stamped, you can redeem it for some awesome treats. And they have here the guava cake with whipped cream and coconut. That's plant-based. And the prize. So maybe this is the prize that you're going to get this year. Strawberry cheesecake soft serve topped with mini cheesecake and graham cracker crumbs. Are you kidding me?
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding me? Yes, please. The Spain booth, paella with saffron rice, chorizo, and shrimp. I'm in.
Yep, all day.
Oh, I'm in on that. I believe I had this. I had this because I know I had a great interaction with the cast members there. They wanted to be on camera and they wanted to say hello and they wanted cards, and we did all that, and it was really good. And I think Neil ordered the paella once too and loved it.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah. So Spain, we're in. And I'm trying to think what else here. So we went really fast on this particular slide. Here we go. So next up, recommended. Oh, and we recommend this. We recommend that you get the gift card. You can get a prepaid card that you preload, kind of get an idea of what you want to spend on the Food and Wine Festival that day. You know, if you're like, okay, I think 100 is good, 75, 50, put it on the card, keep it on your wrist, and you don't have to worry about pulling out your card and doing whatever. You can just tap that card to pay, and you're good to go from there. So it's just convenient. It's a little more convenient. I didn't do it for the last few festivals, but I think I'll preload one and just do it. You know, the money's there, it's accounted for, and you're good to go. I want to say, what's up to Crew It Up? What's up, Crew? Crew is in the house.
True.
How am I sounding today, everybody? I apologize last week for coming off a little bit distorted. I was a little too close to the microphone, so I hope we're coming in loud and clear. I was wondering why my membership isn't showing up. Good question. We'll have to talk about that. I think if you're a member, it doesn't show green, right? Can you throw down some emojis? I wonder if Crew can throw out some special emojis. If not, I don't know.
Yeah, because he's a mod, so he wouldn't show green, but I don't know.
Right, he wouldn't show green, right? Because he's a mod. Yeah, he says we can deal with it later. If you have time, Crew, we'll have to talk on the phone later. So yeah, that's Food and Wine Festival right there. We're looking forward to it. And one thing I think is I used to go crazy. Lately, I've been going crazy eating as much food as I can every time I'm at Epcot. But I think I'm going to slow it down a little bit because the Food and Wine Festival is so long.
So long. Yep.
I'm going to try to really spread it out a little bit more. And maybe that will lead to, because even the ones we previewed is still not enough to last the entire time. So I think what we'll do is we'll end up trying some other food booths maybe that we didn't expect to.
Good idea.
So yeah. Anybody listening, if you have never seen the live stream, I would say probably not, but I will, we do something, we have memberships on our channel. And if you are opted in, which you can opt in the description, Diz Club members that already exist can drop random gifts. And when they do, this is what happens. We want to say blast the chat for Crew It Up for dropping that, those 5 random gifts. And I say random because he puts them in and YouTube divvies them out randomly. And they divvy them out due to you have to be opted in. So we have the link in the description. And then from there, it usually goes on participation in the chat. That helps you. And for this matter, we want to congratulate Michelle Harvey, Becky Musselwhite, Tony Abbott, Crystal Soto, and David and SC. Congratulations. And what does that do for them? It's a $5 value for that Diz Club membership. It gets their name in the credits during future live streams. And it also unlocks exclusive emojis. And what else can I say? They get the little badge of honor, I call it, next to the name. And the longer they're on, the longer the badges change. So we always encourage everybody to enjoy, and we hope you at least come back and rejoin at as low as $1.99. That gets you all of that stuff except for your credits, your name in the credits. And then if you bump up, you can join the, with the $9.99 or the $19.99. You get to jump in and do the Zoom calls with us. We broke a record this week.
We sure did.
Zoom call. 4 hours on the Diz Zoom call. So come on.
And it didn't feel anywhere near that.
It did not. Really didn't. We're joined, popping in on my side. Tammy pops in, Jillian, Jacob. So you get to have, even though there's multiple people in the Zoom, you still get some one-on-one with the family. So if it's something you've always wanted to do and it's something that you can handle, definitely we encourage you to do it. Jill Walkbrett was in there and she said, thank you, Corey and Lawrence, for this awesome podcast each week. I appreciate that. We're trying so hard to get this rolling. We want to start to see 1K views and above and just continue to grow. So share it out. Anything we can do to get this thing rolling, we want to do it because we're having fun doing it and we want to share some Disney. This is what this channel was founded on. Teach people Disney. We happen to fall into live streaming after that. So we're still teaching Disney just by different methods when we're live a lot of times. So yeah. Andrea Jones was gifted a membership as well. So congratulations, y'all, and use those emojis and blast that chat for Crew It Up. So let's see. Let's touch on Trails End. Trails End reopened. Now, I can say that I'm so happy to have been able to eat at Trails End. Now, it wasn't the original Trails End, because before I ate at Trails End a few months ago, it was a buffet. And so when
Oh,
it reopened as a all you care to enjoy,
okay.
which, you know what? That's a whole nother debate. Maybe we could talk about some other time. Do you do better at all you can eat or all you care to enjoy brought to your table family style, or do you fare better at a buffet where you got to walk up and grab things and come back? I know what my answer would be. Maybe if that's juicy enough, we should maybe hold that. Let's hold
Yeah,
that
we'll
one.
hold it. I have an idea. We'll hold it.
Okay. Yeah, let's hold that. Let's not forget that. So for Trails End, that's what it was. It was a family style, I guess, all you care to eat. And if anyone doesn't know how that happens at Disney, how it happens is they'll bring out like a starter, and then shortly after comes out the main meal. And then after that comes out the one dessert or a few featured desserts. So they want you to try everything. They bring everything out. Then from that point on, you get to choose what you want more of. And it never ends. So,
Right.
Whatever I'm trying to think back of what we even did eat. I'm going to say it was Mickey waffles, bacon, scrambled eggs, maybe a few other items. So that came out, and then we all you decide yourself, oh, I want some more bacon. I want a few more eggs. I remember Tammy and I ordered 2 or 3 batches of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll just bring it out till you're good. The service was great, of course. Cast members are awesome. And so what they've done now is they closed it for a while, and they're reopening. The reopening was today.
Today, yep. Yeah, a lot of food today. Food and wine and Trails End today.
In Disney today. So they went the route of, and I think they did have some quick service items there already. So you've got the tall glass doors that you open up, and you can get your alcohol, your juice, your milk, your Gatorades, whatever. You can get your pre-made sandwiches, right, yogurts, breakfast items, just lots of grab and go. And I mean, they have a good variety of grab and go. I hate grab and go personally. I don't usually gravitate to that. Okay. Might not make sense because one of my points is like, it's so pricey for like, a sandwich cut diagonally in a piece of plastic, or $5 for a yogurt. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm there at the resort, grab and go, I guess, if you're really on the go, we're like, we got to get to the park, let's grab something. But I don't know. When I'm staying at a resort, I want more of, give me the warm stuff, give me the eggs, give me the bacon, and that kind of stuff. So they got that going on. But they do have pizzas, and they'll be set.
Mm-hmm.
They have plenty of seating. This place is huge. So if you're staying at camp at Fort Wilderness at the campground, you can decide you can come down and you can pick up this food and bring it back to the cabin, or you can just find a table to sit at, whatever you want. And I think it's going to be pretty easy to find seating there. There just seems to be a ton. The other foods is like, you can pick up sliced ham, sliced turkey. I think you can get those full chickens like you get at Publix or your local supermarket, the rotisserie chickens, and you can bring it back to your cabin. You can get like, and they're selling things in a pound, so you can get a pound of mac and cheese, pound of potatoes, I think corn maybe. So there you can get the warm stuff too to bring back or sit down and eat there. So
yeah, that's got to be different. I don't remember another quick serve restaurant that really has hot foods like that, that are kind of grab and go. And maybe it's the idea of, where it is in the cabins there. Maybe you've had a long day and you just want to have a nice quick meal around, with 8 people in your family. You just grab something there and it's a nice big meal, but you're not cooking.
I think you nailed it on the head. I think that's what it is. It's the type of environment, and Disney does not have another place on property that has that type of setup.
Right.
With the meats and the sides.
Yeah.
So
I bet that's their idea. Maybe.
So that's something that I wouldn't make an effort to go and try, and I imagine with everything being compartmentalized like that, it's probably going to run into a pricey meal for the family. If
Oh,
you're
I
there with
would
the family
think so.
before and you're like, yep, let's get some ham tonight. We'll get, and we'll get the sides. I wouldn't be surprised if you still drop $80 on the family.
Yeah. Yeah. You're probably right. I mean, that stuff's not going to be cheap,
Yeah.
but it's also
No,
going to be good.
yeah. So I think that's something that I would like to try, but it's going to be something like we'd have to be staying on property to do it.
Staying there. Yeah.
So if we get the chance to do that at some point again, we'll make sure we go try it. And we'll let y'all know what we think as far as that goes. So let's move on to a few things nothing happened in the parks this week, right? Nothing
Nope,
happened.
it was quiet.
I'll make it up as I go. I will say that every week we are wearing the shirts, and the chat is loving the shirts tonight. Thank you so much. I have some big Mickeys on this shirt. Mickey surfing. Mickey has some flip-flops and a nice kind of straw beach hat. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. The story behind this shirt was my neighbor. I think he just bought it on the cruise. He bought it on a Disney cruise and it didn't fit him. So he was like, I got a shirt for you. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So I'm happy to wear it. I love it. And I'm glad you all are loving it as well. And every week, I don't know if you're doing this, but I have so many mugs and I know you all would love to see them all. I'm going to feature a new mug every week till I run out. And then I got to go buy another one. But this is the mug. Yeah. Love this mug. It's a shorter mug and it has writing on the inside. It says Mickey's Coffee. So I don't remember where I got this one, but you probably could get it in several places where coffee is sold, where the Disney coffee is sold. And in my opinion, the Disney coffee is good. It's not bad. And it's better than coffee.
Yeah. No, I just have a water bottle today.
All right. Well, feature a different water bottle every time you come. It's going to be Poland Springs next week.
There you go.
Don't tell anybody for sure. So this week in the parks, we'll start with Saturday. On Saturday, we did Animal Kingdom. Whenever I see Kingdom, I just want to say Magic. That's what comes out. Animal Kingdom we did, and it was very hot. It was very, very hot, and we had it in our minds to do Kali River Rapids. Now, we did Kali River Rapids, and I always say that I'll go on that anytime because you hardly get wet. And I know there's one section, one seat that, tends to really get you.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky many, many times. Well, this time I wasn't so lucky. I got completely drenched on the left side of myself from my head to my feet. And, it was so hot. It felt good. And it was funny. I think it was, I don't mind everybody laughing with me or at me, on the channel when it happens. It makes for good streaming and I think connection between the audience and me. And it was worth doing, and we'll do it again. And it was just a lot of fun. But for that matter, most people got pretty wet on that ride. And
I was going to ask, did anybody else with you get as wet as you did?
The family across from me got quite wet. I was probably the one that got wet the most, but the family across me was, if they weren't as wet, maybe they were a little bit wetter. Okay. But, the one person that I did not want to get wet much was Jacob. And it was just for his footwear. He had sneakers, and I just didn't want him to walk around with wet sneakers all day.
That's not fun.
It doesn't bother. It bothers me more than it bothers him. It's like, I don't care, Dad, because I'm always like, if I'm in the market for some new sandals, for rainy days at the park, I try to get him to buy them, and he just won't. He doesn't want them. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Like, you don't mind that. He's like, no, I don't mind. So we had fun there, but the fun didn't stop there. Everybody wanted to, they haven't had Tammy Two Wheels in a long time.
Mhm.
And anyone that's not familiar with that, Tammy Two Wheels is my wife, Tammy. And we like to joke around in the past stream, in streaming on the channel. There's times where we'll take it the extra mile when a park is closing early. We'll head over to Disney Springs and we'll close that out over there. And we've had tons of fun and memories made there. So we took Tammy Two Wheels from Animal Kingdom over to Disney Springs. Surprisingly, the backup was tremendous. I don't know what
Oh,
people
yeah.
were doing, just caught Disney Springs on a bad Saturday night or what it was, but the lines were crazy, but they did move quickly, quicker than we expected. And we went in, and the purpose of going this time was to try some flavors of Florida, which we previewed here on the podcast several
Right.
podcasts ago. So you can go back and review that one if you want to review some of the Flavors of Florida. And Flavors of Florida is a little festival that happens at Disney Springs, and you can
Mhm.
try all different citrus-inspired treats and meals and drinks. So we went after some things, and boy, we went to Deluxe Burger, and we had the Key Lime Garage Burger, and love at first bite. Jennifer's in chat. It was this. I gave it the side look. When I do the side look, that's a 5 out of 5 Mickeys. And it was so tasty. There are a lot of flavors in it, and they really all pulled through. I can't remember the one flavor that really came out at the end that topped it off, but the burger was quality beef. The
Mhm.
bun was great. So really happy with that. Kathy was with us. She tried the Sunshine in a Cup over at Chicken Guy. I tried that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
5 out of 5. We both agreed. Basically, if you want to know what that tasted like, that was orange juice with vanilla soft serve up top with whipped cream. So you got a lot of
Okay.
vanilla with the orange juice, and it was good and refreshing. And the one item that I was most excited about besides the burger was the citrus donut over at Everglades. So go over to Everglades. I was fearful of this. Not only did we think they ran out of that donut, they never had that donut on that day because of supply issues, air quotes, supply issues. And I said to her, well, if you would have had it, would you have run out then? And she's like, yeah, we typically run out by 7 p.m. So that's my issue about these things. If you're knowing, isn't that poor management?
That's
Like
right.
if you know that you're going to run out consistently at 7 o'clock and you close at 10, 11, let's make a few more donuts. How many donuts
Absolutely.
we sell on average? Let's chop that down. Let's account to run out by 10 and see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes just poor management.
Especially on a busy Friday or Saturday like you were there, and it was wall to wall. How many more donuts could they have sold, you know?
Yeah, they could have sold. They lost a lot of money that night on donuts, and they probably lose that kind of money all the time
Yeah.
on donuts. So, and that was just a little bit of channel chaos there. People were in line, and the stream was lagging bad signal over there. You can't get good signal, and I'm like, I wanted to give it to Tammy, or I wanted Tammy to come in and order, and I wanted to grab the gimbal and leave, and I just couldn't even express my words and what I wanted her to do. And she did a great job of leaving and getting it going again. And I only learned, but I did, whatever I tried there, I don't even think it was part of Flavors of Florida. So that was our time over there at Disney Springs. Last night went out Wednesdays. It started out as a rainy Wednesdays, and I have some faulty wires I have to replace because I went to go start the live stream, and it was my worst nightmare. The streaming phone was at zero.
Need a little bit more than 0 to stream.
You need a little bit more, but I'm glad I invested in a very expensive or very, very top of the line battery, because that battery charged that phone up in 15 minutes to
Okay.
like enough to stream like 17 to 18%. I'm like, we can go live. And then from there, I was able to pull the wire off after a little bit, but it did rain, and we did have, I had my big umbrella, but it was Gimbrella's debut last night. And if anybody doesn't know, it's a tiny umbrella. I put it on the phone, and I've got this whole elastic system going, and it's working great. I got to walk around without having to hold the big umbrella when it was just sprinkling, and it kept the gimbal dry. So yeah, it's pretty great. If you go a little tech talk for a second, the one thing I'm noticing is because the umbrella is touching the screen, it's not auto focusing sometimes. So I just have to tap the screen. So I just have to be aware of that. I got a little more used to that as the night went on. Kathy wants to point out, who keeps us on point. Kathy tried the strawberry shortcake bombolato, and just saying bombolato was fun. She tried that over at the gelato place there. Is it Viva? I'm going to call it Viva El Gelato. It's it's diagonal to the boathouse.
Oh, okay.
Kind of some unique treats in there. And she tried it, and it was really good. To be honest, Kathy, I don't know if you let me try a bite. I feel like you did, but I don't even remember. So I probably didn't try it. But Kathy said 5 out of 5 very, very easily on that one. So the other thing that happened last night, and anyone watching will recall this incident. So I'm waiting for Phantasmic to start. Not only to start, I just entered the top of the stadium area, and I noticed the first section was wide open, and the cast member was going to open that rope in like a minute. So I waited there, and over my shoulder, I noticed that there was an argument that was starting. And so to be honest, I've never seen an argument in Disney happen that intensely. So I can't say in the past, I just kind of step away. But I don't like violence. And I was just really trying to help the guy that was potentially about to get punched, and the guy that could escalate it and just get himself in trouble. And now, no Disney for him and his family. So I kind of put a shoulder in between them, and he got loud with the guy, and I just said, "Hey, buddy, calm down. Just calm down. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. Let's not ruin your night and your trip. Let's not do this." And so instead of just turning around and walking away, he got into my nose a little bit and said, "Well, you wouldn't want anybody to talk to your wife like that, right?" And I just said the same things. No, I wouldn't want that to happen. I said, "You just got to chill. Just walk away and chill."
Yep.
And he did. Thank God. But it could have turned ugly on me. So I just stepped away and said, "What can I do better?" And the chat had some good advice. And it's just look for a cast member quickly and let them know, I guess, if you're going to get involved, right? I mean, what would you have done quickly? What do you think you would have done? And you don't have to say you do the same thing as me, because that's what I did.
So similarly, we were in the hub one night after fireworks, similar to was the last time you did the fireworks and it just came to a dead stop there, trying to go back to Tomorrowland?
Yes. Oof.
And almost in that same spot. And I had got a little separated from Catherine. I think she was pushing Finley in the stroller, and I was a little bit ahead of them. And all of a sudden I hear this guy start kind of barking at Catherine. And so I turn around to see what's going on, and I see that he's pretty much barking at Catherine. And I'm like, "Bro," I said, "calm down. There's no reason for it. Calm down. We're all trying to get somewhere." And he did. That was enough to de-escalate it. But we were all hot. It's July. We're all hot, and people just need to just breathe a little. Just breathe.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because you might, even the way you reacted, he could have just turned around and boom, there's a physical altercation. It's tough. It's tough. I would act the same way if somebody had something nasty to say to Tammy or something. Your gut reaction is like, "What'd you say, bud?"
100%.
So I can remember there was an incident. I'm trying to remember the exact festival. I think it was Festival of the Arts, but I'm not exactly sure. That doesn't matter. But Festival of the Arts, I think it was. I remember going to get some food, and I left the stream on the table with the family, and I bumped shoulders with a guy. Clearly he was drinking, and he had some words like, "What are you doing, bro? Blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "Take it easy. I didn't do that on purpose." And he said something else. I should have just continued walking, but I said something back to him one more time. But good enough, his girlfriend kind of pushed him and kept him going. So just always try to just not get involved. So
Yeah.
it's tough.
My brother Nick is very good at de-escalating. So
Yeah. Next time Nick is in town, let's have him give us some, hey,
yeah.
that's, he doesn't live with you though. I was gonna say it'd be great to get him on the pod and talk about
Yeah.
how to handle situations in Disney. Can we work on that?
We'll work on that.
Let's work on that. I think that would be a very good piece.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone in chat for supporting what I was trying to do last night. I see what you're all saying. Jill said I had good intentions, and there was another one in here somewhere. Alicia said I felt so bad for that lady. I saw a few others, so thank you all for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just try to learn from situations, and I'm like, all right, next time I'm just going to look for a cast member. I think partially why I reacted because they were so close to me. If they're about to throw down,
Right.
I might have been like pushed.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, Catherine says you're her hero, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. So,
I try.
So yeah, guess what? If we don't have anything else, I think we're done.
We can do
We have our question.
we can do
we
the Did You Know if you want.
We got a couple of other things. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We got a few more minutes before we wrap this up. Let me do this first. Let's just check in with our sponsors quickly, and then let's touch on the merch for the Food and Wine Festival quickly. We just have a few slides to show, and then we'll finish up with our question there. So here we go. If you are ever interested in moving to the Magic, thinking about want to come here and have Disney just minutes away, maybe watch the fireworks from your backyard. With over a decade of helping people find the homes of their dreams, Victor Naraki is the perfect realtor of Vision Home Real Estate, LLC, to help you find the home of your dreams. Go to DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. That's DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. And you can also email Victor at celebratingflorida@gmail.com. And Victor is trying to get to 1 or 10,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. You can access his YouTube channel via the information down below in our description. And he'll donate $1,000 to Give Kids the World if he reaches that goal. And let him know that we sent you. If you're starting to plan, or in the near future, you want to plan a Disney vacation, book it with Your Magical Adventures Await. Claudia is creating Disney adventures worldwide. She can create a magical adventure to Walt Disney World, Florida, any Disney park worldwide, Disney Cruise Lines, Aulani Resort in Hawaii, guided group vacations with Adventures by Disney, and she's also a Universal Studios expert. And if you book with her, she will never charge you an extra penny. And you can get her Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. You want to make Claudia interested in your magical planner today. From Your Magical Adventures Await, 956-455-8049. All one word, Claudia Ingerson. And let both of them know that we sent you.
Yes.
Yeah, the little thing we forgot to touch on here is some of the merch. First look for me. What do y'all think about that? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that. I mean,
don't feel that it's Figment to me.
Yeah, I'm not liking the colors and the style of art of it.
Now, of course, as you said before, the non-pass holder shirt's probably better than the pass holder shirt, so we'll find out.
Yes, Disney. I don't know. Maybe they're looking. I've tried to strategize this. Like, why in most people's opinions is the non-pass holder T-shirts for festivals better than the pass holder ones? Maybe it's the masses. I don't know. They want to appeal more to the tourists than the pass holders, but I tend to not buy pass holder merch a lot because of that. We've got the Dooney and Burke. I like it. I like the print on that Dooney and Burke right there. Not sure if Tammy likes it. I think her initial thoughts on the merch was nah. Which is disappointing for her. I am, not a fan of that Loungefly. I'm not a fan of that Loungefly at all. Although the same print is the print on the Hawaiian shirt, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And we like that. We like that.
Is it the color combo maybe that you don't like on it?
Yes. I don't like that blue with the yellow. I'm not crazy about the circle there that's supposed to look like Spaceship Earth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't like the overall design of this thing. So we're going to boot it. But I don't know what you think. What do you think of it?
Um, it's okay. I mean, again, Spaceship Earth to me is not blue, so that would be my issue with it.
Believe it or not, I'm loving this plate. I'm loving this plate. And these
And
are
there's an
plates.
entire collection of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this is just one example, but there's an
So
entire collection based on this.
is that an item that the type where, okay, you know how they make the ones where there's a hole cut out where you can put your wine glass and this is where you
Yeah.
get your food and you wipe it down and you go to the next booth? Or is this like just a collection of plates? Or is it like part of the scavenger hunt and this is a prize?
Oh, good question.
We'll have to find out. Stay tuned on Saturdays, everyone.
All right.
We're going to pursue those plates because I am a fan of those plates.
Yeah.
For sure. Let's move on to the flag ceremony. Let's move on to the flag ceremony presentation, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
So I'm going to talk about something a little controversial right now, which is not normal for me, but the question is Disney unpatriotic? Now, they do have the flag ceremony in Magic Kingdom. We've all seen that, right? Corey has streamed it before. Great ceremony there. They pull the flag down at 5 o'clock. They present it to a to a veteran, and they do a great job with that. But are they fake in their patriotism? Because in this shot, you see that flag there? That's not a real flag. That's not a real flag. And all down Main Street, those are not real flags on top of those buildings. They are missing a stripe or missing a star. Why? Well, this is the Did You Know section. Those are like that so that they do not have to pull them down at the end of the night, because you're supposed to be, according to the flag code, have lit flags. So they have what are called pennants and not flags. So they are either missing a stripe or missing a star or something like that, so that Disney can keep them up, because they are very patriotic and they don't want to disrespect the flag. So the big flags that you see in each of the parks, the one in Magic, the one in Epcot, the one in front of Animal, and the one in Hollywood, those are all real flags, and they do pull them down. We only see the flag ceremony for Magic. The other ones just kind of get pulled down by security. There's no real pomp and circumstance there. But the other flags on the buildings are actually pennants. So there you go. Maybe you learned something.
Thanks for bringing that to light, my friend. I did not know that. And when you started to say that it was missing a stripe or whatever, I was like, that's so they don't have to adhere by all the rules. And Michelle Harvey says they also don't have to follow the half-mast rules.
Yes,
for those
correct.
And she was commenting earlier, she's a big fan of the shirts tonight. I have 120 Magic Bands or something, so I'm going to wear a Hawaiian shirt of my choice for every stream, every podcast. We'll sip from a different Disney mug. I'll wear a different Magic Band, and here's the one today. It is Magic Kingdom 50th anniversary, featuring the Millennium Falcon and the monorail, and looks like ride vehicles or rides.
Nice.
Powder blue. Lots of fun. So that's all the features. And before we end, we've got to reveal a Disney shirt from under a Disney shirt, right? So
very nice.
It is. It's from the Walt Disney 50th as well. And we have plenty of those to go around also. Have we touched on everything today?
We did. We are good.
I think we're good, everyone. We are Good. Want to thank everyone who does tune in each and every week to listen. We appreciate you. We're so happy you're showing up in chat. We are seeing most of it for sure. And yeah, you'll see us next live at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival on Saturdays. And we'll be trying some of the foods we featured, and who knows, maybe something else. And we're going to have a ton of fun. So join us there. And we thank everyone. And we'll be back next week with a brand new pod. Share it out and let everybody know this is what we're doing on Thursday nights. So, hey, for Lawrence, I'm Corey, and we're the Diz Pod. We're Park Bros, everyone. We'll see you next week.
See ya.